Hello, everyone. This is Annie with SUNY JCC's Career Services Program. Welcome to video 1 of the Creating Your Career Compass video series. We're glad you're joining us on this series, and we hope you find this to be a helpful tool as you navigate your career journey. In this video, we're going to be covering what exactly a career compass is, what the different points on a compass are, and how to create your very first compass point. To understand what a career compass is, we first have to talk about your career journey. Your career journey is yours and yours alone. Navigating it doesn't come with turn-by-turn instructions, but instead is more like wayfinding. So imagine standing in the woods, holding a compass in your hand and using that to point you to your true north rather than having Google Maps at your disposal. So you are going to create your own career compass in this series. The compass points depend on what your specific skills are, your own interests, your values in work and life, and then matching all of that to what jobs and industries are available near you or wherever you're willing to work. You're going to use your own specific customized compass to check in with yourself throughout your career journey before you make big or even small decisions. At the end of this series, you should have a compass with points that are aligned to you and only you. So today we're talking about compass point 1. Your compass point 1 is going to depend on your own specific skills. Now, we're not just going to ask you, what are you good at? We're going to ask you, how are you good at those things? In what ways do you express these different skills? It's very important to name the skills that you have and to be able to talk about them. Talking about what you're good at is not bragging. It is a very important skill to have. Sometimes we can feel a little bit uncomfortable with being confident in the things that we're good at. You don't hear a lot of people saying, I'm an excellent leader. I'm really good at organization. One of my skills is actually communication. Owning our skills can sometimes sound like bragging, but it's not. Bragging is when you add a superlative onto those things, when you say, I'm the best communicator that ever lived, no one organizes better than me. Those would be bragging, but just being able to name what your skills are, that is super important. There are many times in your life when you will need to name what your skills are. Just to name a few, you're going to need to put your skills on your resume. You need to talk about what you're good at in an interview. And this isn't just for jobs. This could be for a promotion, for transferring to another school, or any number of things. If you are named for a promotion in your work, you'll need to prove why you deserve that. If you're in a professional networking event, you're meeting someone who can help you in your career, you'll need to talk about what you're good at. And there are lots of other situations that this will be a really important skill for. So, how do we practice that? Well, the first thing to know is what skills are the most important. Here are the 8 NACE competencies. NACE stands for the National Association of Colleges and Employers, and it's an organization that tracks college and employment trends. And these are the 8 top skills that many people in the US agree are some of the most important professional qualities for people to have. As you can see, these include career and self-development, communication, critical thinking, just to name a few. Now, these are very broad skills. You might be looking at these and thinking, well, I can communicate, sure. But the purpose of this is to figure out how you can communicate. And to do that, we have an exercise for you. In this exercise, which is a skill assessment worksheet, you are going to be taking stock of your own skills. Now, there will be a link to download this worksheet in the video series. And what you're going to want to do is go to File, Make a Copy. So you'll notice on the link that you will only be able to view it, but as long as you go to File, Make a Copy, you'll be able to save this worksheet in your own Google Drive, and you'll be able to not only edit it, but save your responses, and you'll need to save your responses. So for this skill worksheet, what you want to do is take a look at the skills. They're the same skills that we just saw on the other slide. So we start with skill number 1, career and self-development. Rather than asking, do you have the skill of career and self-development, you're going to need to take an honest inventory of all of these sample behaviors of skill number 1 in action. So I want you to take a moment, read through all of these sample behaviors for this skill, and think to yourself, Was there ever a time that I showed an awareness of my own strengths? So, do you know what you're good at? In a group project, for instance, are you able to say, I think I should do this part of the project because I'm really good at self-directed work? If that describes you, put a little check. And if you identify areas for continual growth, if you pursue or apply feedback, put a little check. Now, if you seek and embrace development opportunities, if you look at something like that and you think, I don't think I do that, if you're doing this video series right now, you should definitely put a little check. This would be something that absolutely shows that you are continuing to improve and build on this skill. So once you have that worksheet opened up, ready to edit, take some time to complete that. Read through all of the sample behaviors for all 8 skills and see which clusters of check marks you have. Maybe there are going to be some skills where you have most or even all of the boxes checked off, and then you'll know that that skill is something that you are particularly good at. Maybe that's going to be communication. Maybe it's teamwork. Maybe it's even technology. There are no right or wrong answers. This worksheet is for your information alone, but you need to save it. Once you have the results from this worksheet, you will be using it in the Compass activity over the course of this week, over the course of this whole video series. And also just save it to have on hand. This is such a helpful piece of data to have as you're writing your resume and as you are continuing your career journey and just getting to know yourself a little better. So that is it for day 1 of creating your career compass. We've talked about what a career compass is, why it's important, and we've talked about how to create your very first compass point. I hope you have fun with this activity. It might take anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes, so please give yourself the time to do it. And I look forward to having you join me for the rest of this Creating Your Career Compass series. Thank you so much.